Welcome back, family. Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Sir Loco 187, and today is day of recording is Wednesday, March 9th. Yes, sir. So I'm hoping you and your family are doing good, doing well. And man, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, by all means do consider subscribing. If you're into sneakers, you're definitely in the right place. And one way of supporting your boy is hitting that thumbs up, hitting that notification bell, so when your boy Sir Loco is cooking in the kitchen, y'all be the first ones to come and get it, okay? And also too, hit that subscribe button. It's free, okay? That's another way of supporting your boy. So anyway, today's main ingredient is the Air Jordan 3 For the Love collection from the Maniere brand, if you will, in the colorway of the Defused blue colorway, okay? So retail for $225. They released on the website, I believe, March 29, and your boy got a dub on it. It was pretty easy. I was surprised because I just never hit on the EQL, raffle system, you know what I mean? So, man, I was excited and delighted. I wasn't too happy about the shipping costs and these other fees that, that Maniere charges, you know what I'm saying? So, anyway, anywho. So drop a comment, let your boy know if you copped a pair of the 3s when they dropped on the Maniere website. Okay, so if you missed out or was patient or was on the fence about these, hopefully my review can help you maybe either determine whether you want to grab a pair or not. Either way, I understand. Like I said, we're if I said March 9th, I'm sorry, I meant April 9th. Okay, your boy just woke up from a nap. It is what it is. Greatness has to rest at times. Anyway, yes, April 9th. I'm sorry about that. And I received them Friday, this past Friday. So I already opened them up. Lace swapped them. I did a short video on blue laces and gray laces. So check that out if you haven't. And yeah, so and the laces that I'm showing now is from my Air Jordan Rare Air, actually, so anyway, I'll get on to the lacings and whatnot here in a bit. Okay, so anyway, they are going to drop on a sneakers app, I believe April 15th, which is what, maybe Tuesday next week. So you have a chance to cop at retail for those of you that are still interested and missed on the release day. Okay, also too, next on the menu for your boy Sir Loco, is the Kobe 8s, I believe. What does? Okay, and what does is exactly what the title sounds like. What are those? You know what I mean? Like unique, crazy colorways, and it dropped back some 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, whatever the case may be. They're bringing them out on April 13th, which is a Sunday, which I'm tripping. I'm like, what, on a Sunday? But it is Mamba Day, April 13th. R.I.P. Kobe and Gigi and everybody else on that plane. Okay, so that's next on the menu. Hopefully I can hit. And I don't know about the SB4s. There's been rumors and just stuff circulating that there might be a sneakers drop. So just be aware, be on the lookout. They don't know if it's gonna be a shock drop or exclusive access, or whatever the case may be. Okay, so real quick, as I get into the For the Love 3s in the Diffused blue colorway, I believe this is the third collection or collab maybe with Maniere and Jordan brand. I think the first one was Raised by Women, which was hot fire. They did different silhouettes. There was almost instant sellout. And then last year was While You Were Sleeping, which celebrated Maniere's 10-year anniversary in the business. I don't know if it's the same with collaborating with Jordan brand for 10 years. I'm not 100% sure, but them being in the game 10 years, okay? And it seemed like a lot of people were sleeping for last year's collection, which I thought they were fire, by the way. But anyway, so this year is For the Love collection. They're being dubbed For the Love collection, okay? And They're dropping an Air Max 95 and an Air Force One, and then bam, the Air Jordan 3. Okay, sheesh. Does the J's match the box, or does the box match the J's? So anyway, so that's the third collection. Now, I don't know if they're going to drop any more silhouettes later on this year for 2025, and if it'll still be dubbed under the For the Love collection. Okay, now For the Love, I kind of like the backstory, you know, just saying being true to your purpose, love the grind in a sense, and you know, love, peace, and unity, kind of living with one another in peace and harmony, and also with yourself, you know, pretty much in a nutshell. Okay, so here, this is why you were sleeping collection last year. Okay, so I'm gonna give my ratings on this, my honest opinion on it. I am biased though, because I do love Air Jordan 3s, and 9 times out of 10, or 10 times out of 10, whenever there's a Nike Air in the back, I'm almost copping for sure. Okay, I am glad that they switched the color, because for the majority of the releases, you know, from the first collection and second collection, it's always been like the violet ore, or this crush, I forget what they call it, crush, whatever, this kind of burgundy color, if you will. Okay, but I do love, I just want to compare the packaging. This was from While You Were Sleeping package that released last year, and I love this packaging. Okay, I got it upside down. Obviously it's an A with a 10. Okay, I prefer this packaging, right, because it opens up, and I did reviews on those too, you can check them out, compared to this. But it looks like they went back to the OG packaging, which was, you know, from the first collections, you know what I'm saying? So you have the AMA logos, you got the Jumpman underneath, and it's pretty much a sleeve. I'm gonna pop it out. It'll probably fly away, or whatever the case may be, but it's a nice luxurious looking box, and that's what Maniere is. It's a luxury brand. Okay, retail brand. Okay, you have the flight. Okay, that's about it. Now let's look at the size, and this is a men's release. These last year were women's releases, okay, with extended sizes. Okay, so it's a size 13 Air Jordan 3 Retro OG SP Special Project, and it's white, diffused blue, and anthracite. Okay, so we'll look at inside the guts real quick. Try not to take most of your time. It came with a paper shoe tree. Let's see if there's any stamping on here. No, there isn't. Okay, I love the wax paper has the AMA logo. You do have the YDM sticker. Okay, so that's enough about the box. But like I said, I'm excited and delighted, and these laces did not come with it. Also, what I want to point out is that this was the first time when I picked them, when I unboxed it, whatever the case may be, the laces were not laced up. Okay, they were not laced up at all, which is kind of rare. Normally they come laced up already, and I just wanted to point that out. Okay, so if you buy some shoes from an aftermarket or somewhere, and if they come laced up, unless they tell you they laced them, wherever you buy them from, then they might not be real. So they came unlaced. Okay, and I'm gonna give my honest critique about this sneaker. Okay, I love it overall. I love threes, like I said, and you know, there's just a couple things that I believe that they missed on. Okay, now I do love blue. Okay, I love blue, so I'm glad they went with a different color than these. Okay, and I want to point out too this here, that on the previous releases is kind of like a silk material. Okay, diamond stitch on an inside sock liner, and on this particular pair it's not silk, or at least a silky material, you know what I mean? Or maybe it is, maybe I'm tripping, but it just doesn't look like it, maybe because it's that anthracite color, black, you know, but it doesn't feel as smooth as the other pair. Okay, so I don't know if it's just different material, which I believe it is a different material. So that's one of my little I guess gripes, if you will. And also too, you can probably barely tell because it's kind of late, but behind the tongue they have the AMA logo. I mean, you can barely tell. I mean, you can't really tell unless you have a magnifying glass, but it has like the A in between behind the tongue. Okay, on this particular pair it doesn't. Okay, just black nylon. So that's two of my little gripes, and that's about it for now. But in standard traditional AMA, you know, and they come with the AMA stitching, the year, special project 2025, and it has Michael Jordan, signed by Michael Jordan. Okay, and I think James Whitner, before I forget, James Whitner is the founder of the AMA Maniere brand. Okay, now what I do love about the AMA Maniere is the insoles also come diamond stitched. Okay, and it feels good. It actually feels like it massages your feet. Okay, and so it's top notch, top quality insole, if you will. And that's the thing that we expect, right, out of AMA Maniere, you know. And my other little gripe would be that they came with 2 white laces. Okay, it's supposed to be, you know, I think that I would have thought they would have did sail or maybe even a diffused blue laces, you know, give you 3. And that's another thing I want to point out. These previous 2 releases came with 3 laces. Okay, these came with 2 and both white, which to me makes no sense. Okay, so anyway, that's my other third little strike against the sneaker. Okay, but let's get into it. Okay, so Tinker Hatfield designed, obviously, the Air Jordan 3. Okay, beautiful. The Air Jordan 3 silhouette is probably my top 3 Jordans silhouettes of all time. Probably my number 1. Okay, because of the infamous elephant print, the Nike Air in the back, beautiful. Okay, it has that Nike little tag there, just telling you to watch it. Hopefully that the suede doesn't bleed over into the sneaker. And you got the AMA branding. You got the hang tag, if you will, Nike Air hang tag. Okay, so like I said, Tinker Hatfield creation. The leather feels good, soft on the tongue. You got the Jumpman stitching and that anthracite colorway, which kind of looks like a faded charcoal color, if that's the best way I could describe it. You know, it's supposed to be black, maybe faded. Kind of gives it like maybe a dark gray, somewhat smoke colorway. Here you have the AMA branding, okay, to let people know that this is a collaboration. Okay, I do like the materials. Okay, standard, beautiful, feels good to the touch. Okay, and the leather is, like I said, it's A1. You know what I'm saying? Like Jordan 3s, for 9 times out of 10 always have good leather. Okay, and then the bottom half kind of smooth somewhat, and the upper is kind of tumbled, if you will. And part of the reason for it being tumbled doesn't necessarily mean that it's good or bad leather, but Jordan wanted some shoes back when these first came out to, you know, kind of have that broken in feeling, you know what I'm saying, like that doesn't take long to break in. So that's part of the tumbleness, if you will, patterns around the leather, you know, so it could be, you know, kind of broken in real quick. Okay, so you do have a short hair suede where the elephant print would be. Diffused blue Nike Air. Okay, the anthracite sitting under this diffused blue midsole, if you will, and it's matted. Okay, it's not shiny, it's not glossy, and it gives it some of that chromo, you know what I'm saying, monochrome, if you will, monochrome aesthetic look. Okay, which I think is dope. Okay, you do got suede, anthracite suede around the eyelets where the laces go. Okay, you do got like a off cream eyelets right here. Okay, you do have the diffused blue on the last ones right here. Okay, you do have a aged sail midsole. You got the air unit. Okay, and another air unit on the medial. Okay, and I do like that the outsole, they did it in the anthracite and diffused blue dark. Okay, so you won't be able to see all the dirt and stuff from you wearing it. Diffused blue Nike. Okay, and there's a couple Easter eggs here, okay, which I'll get to here in a minute. Pull this tab out. Like I said, I do like Ama's messaging. They always knock it out at the park, if you ask me. And then also too, like with the little Easter eggs. Okay, so behind the heel on one of them, it says, all we have is each other. Dope. I love that. So at the end of the day, all we have is each other, whether that's family, friends, pets, whatever the case may be. We have to remember that we're not put on this earth to live alone. You know what I mean? Just have to be careful who you have in your circle. Okay, and let me pull out this other one. You have to get comfortable walking alone. Yes, I do like the messages, and that's a dope Easter egg. Okay, sometimes you got to walk alone to you know, I'm speaking from experience, kind of to analyze life, who needs to be in your circle, who you need to cut off, and whatever the case may be, and grow closer to God. You know what I'm saying? Because in this life there will be trials and tribulations. Okay, so that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, my only gripes are the inside of the material is not as silky as this right here. It's just a different material, which is still cool. They still have the diamond stitching on there, and I'm figuring, you know, they could have did something in the back of the tongue, you know, either something as small as the A branding, which you could barely tell anyway, but they could have did maybe something special, maybe more diamond stitching behind the tongue or something. Just let your boy know what y'all think. And that's about it. That's about my only gripes. And them giving us two white laces, instead of like maybe giving us like an actual sail lace, and or a diffused blue lace. You know, like I said, the other collections had 3 laces, and that's what the only thing I'm comparing this pair to is its previous release, which, by the way, they're still going for retail, which is kind of crazy. But anyway, I do like it overall. You know, I'm a lace swap. This here is a light sail lace kind of mixed in, you know, white and sail kind of mixed in. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know which one I'm gonna keep. Let your boy know which one would y'all keep. This one, I did have gray laces on there. Like I said, drop a comment in the shorts. And this isn't a diffused blue, but it's a blue lace, kind of to go with the diffused blue. You know, kind of to break it up, if you will, because like I said, they dropped the white laces and it was just all white and plain, you know, which was my other little gripe. You know what I'm saying? They could have gave us some other laces. But anyhow, anywho, that's my little complaint about the sneaker. But overall, man, I like it. I love it. I'm gonna keep collecting the Ama series, and I'm wondering if they're gonna drop any other silhouettes later on this year, if it's gonna be part of the For the Love collection, or if it's just gonna, or if they're just gonna start a new collection, you know. So that's it. There you have it. And I also do like that, you know, Air Jordan 3s are pretty much grown men stuff, you know, grown men shit, excuse my language. And that's what I like about these, you know. Not only the Ama collabs, but just, you know, Jordan 3s in general. Okay, so I'll talk y'all ears off, and hopefully y'all enjoyed this review. Drop a comment, let your boy know if y'all gonna go for these on the sneakers app, or if you already did cop a pair, drop a comment and let your boy know. But I give these a thumbs up. And my rating, which y'all might be surprised or not, just based on what we got: 2 white laces, no silk inside sock liner, and what else? 2 white laces, inside sock liner, and that's about it. That's about my only 2 major gripes, if you will. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Okay, I might receive some hate or whatever the case may be, but you know, I'm thinking this is a luxury brand. They could have did a little bit more. But overall, I'm happy. Like I said, I am a Air Jordan 3 fan, and I do mess with the Maniere collection, mainly like the Jordans though, you know. So anyway, you know, your boy can't cook without the special ingredient, and that's every single one of y'all that's taking time out of your day to watch my videos. So until next time, peace.